Okay, Arabia. What do we think? We should probably go over the change, I guess. This is one of the ones. Arabia
Yeah.
from the previous patch now has luxury resources are improved twice as fast, and 2 gold and 2 cultures from breweries, sensor makers, gem cutters, grocers, mints, and textile mills. Oil resources are doubled. So you're a double oil sieve, and you have a lot of tempo early from resource improvements. I think this civ's really strong now. I don't know about, or it's strong for this group of civs. I don't know what you
Yeah, I
think.
think the buff is nice. I wouldn't call it like really strong though.
I think it's strong for this group of civs. The other caveat with this group of civs that generally that we will dive into as we talk about them, this is the group of civs specifically for tourney 10, tourney 9, tourney 9. You know what it is, Knights?
Yeah,
It's the 10th.
it's wait, hold on.
You don't
It's a
believe me?
10th. It's a 10th. No, I think Miota announced tourney 9 today, like for this, his announcement though. That's why I
Really?
was like, but I think it's tourney 10 of Lek. I wasn't involved in the actual choosing of the civs, but based on my interpretation and based on Alex's confirmation, a rather group of underwhelming civs were picked. So these are civs that the tournament organizers viewed as a little bit weaker, to have a little bit more variance in what civs get picked probably and gameplay. And also the civs with changes also got implemented from the previous tournament. Um, so the first, but for this group of civs, I think the tempo of Arabia. I think like you think about like Russia. Russia's like improvements now, like the horses improvements are still kind of like relevant, even though uh, you don't get like the extra hammer, right? It's just like strats are improved twice as fast. So like you essentially one click them. Like think about like you're playing Arabia and you get to like step on a Lux 2 turn improvement, step on a Lux 2 turn improvement, and then like you just start doing everything. You need a lot less workers. It's a lot of early game tempo, and I think that's like pretty valuable compared to like
Yeah,
a lot of
especially if
these
it's like
early
a
game civs.
mining lux and you're making settlers. That seems pretty good.
And then like also like Brunei is like a really good civ in general because and like Brunei has no early game bonuses, but just because of the BMC plant, like the double oil eventually is good. Like the having gold is good. Like it's
Yeah,
not
I mean,
gonna blow you out of the water when you're playing like oh my god, this civ is the best civ I've ever played. Like these bonuses are outrageous, but I think it's probably an A tier civ.
I can get behind that. Like, if I'm comparing this culture and gold bonus something to like a Sumeria that gets 2 culture per city, and I think Sumeria is like probably an average to above average civ, and the civ gets more gold than that, potentially more culture, but it's a little bit slower. You also get happiness, so you
You
get
also get
gold and
unlimited
happiness at the
oil, and
top.
then you also get you get the
The
like
unit
it's
is probably better than a phalanx, which is nice. So I mean, I
you know what I used this unit recently. It's ass. Like I hadn't remembered
look, it's good for getting a free kill, but it's
the
bad
kill.
for
The
fighting
kill.
someone who's prepared.
Yeah, the kill is also like generally pretty slow. Like if you're running
Well,
into pike a pike wall,
if
like
you're
it's
if you're
slow.
fighting someone unprepared, which seems unlikely because they'll be on their guard versus Arabia, you can absolutely murder someone with camels.
Hmm.
But yeah, they're not that effective versus someone who's prepared.
For sure, for
Yeah,
sure.
cities do not move, I've heard.
Anyways, I think
Like
I'm willing to
I think this civ is gonna get played, and it's
yeah,
gonna get played a lot.
I'm willing to venture this civ is good now, so
Yeah,
I'm down for 8 here.
yeah.
Yeah.
Australia. This is not a change civ. I think Australia is a weaker coastal. Um,
Yeah.
probably. I think probably like its benefits are fine. Like the worker's good. The natural wonders feel gimmicky. Like I essentially view the civ as like the wonders of bonus, and like you're essentially playing a worker civ for
Yeah.
most of the game. The building sucks. C, B. I
I
don't
feel like
really care.
I feel like it could go B. I think this is about in the middle for coastal civs that I'd pick looking at the list.
Like
Yeah,
if
for
we're
sure.
viewing the worker right, like Arabia, like the Lux improvement, like it's as a similar kind of bonus. I think the rest of the bonuses on the civ are much worse than Arabia's, right?
Yeah, but the
Um,
worker is better than the Arabia
sure,
bonus.
sure, sure, yeah, but it has other bonuses are almost non-existent, right? They're just hard to,
And I'm
they're
just looking,
inconsistent.
there's a decent amount of coastal civs I'd pick Australia over, so I'd put
What?
it in the middle about.
Yeah. What's up, Alex?
We're saying, I mean, the constabulary is also still a constabulary, right? So I guess if you're playing some tall build and you have a science lead, then you will also kill 1 or 2 spies. That's because you're building a building that actually helps your sim, and it's still a
Yeah, I just
constabulary.
like whenever I play the Civ, I just usually don't even prioritize it. Like it's not even good enough to prioritize.
No,
Constabularies are really expensive buildings, right? Like they're something like 107 hammers. Like it's expensive to
they're
put in your
also
build
cheaper,
queue.
right? They're 80.
What?
They're also cheaper. They're 80.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't know. I think it's C. Do you guys think that's fair, or do you want to go B? I'm indifferent.
I would go B. I
I think I
mean,
would go B personally,
Okay.
but
in the
I'm
normal
like
list, it would
I'm
probably be
fringe on
lower
it.
per tier. There's a lot of not that strong
yeah,
civs
I
in
see a
competitive.
lot of bad coastal civs. I would pick Australia over.
Yeah, exactly.
That's fair. That's fair.
I mean, the high roll isn't that high, but the low roll is also not really low, right? I feel like.
I mean, the chances that you just get a free religion is like, and like
Well,
it's like
let's be
first
clear.
religion. The high roll is
If you
high.
get if you get a wonder on the civ, it's really good.
Yeah. I'm also discrediting the like the just high roll nature, right? Like if you get GBR on the Civ, right? Like
Yeah.
it's insane. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
GBR,
Yeah, should
Krakatoa,
GBR
any
is nice.
inland wonder, you settle the inland wonder for sure. You just get a religion off it. It's amazing.
Have you ever had Fountain of Youth on Australia?
no.
No, but that sounds funny.
Does it become
Yeah, you
workable?
don't even know if you want to work it after
Okay.
Pantheon.
Yeah. Austria.
I still think the civ sucks.
Yeah,
Alex.
I've never had a good game on Austria, but I also don't have a lot of good games on inland civs, right? I mean, have you ever seen the dream scenario where you're declaring war on someone and you're buying a CS and you have like 15 trash units on his
Yeah,
board or
and you
something?
go from 20 happiness to -10.
Yeah, this is the not so wet dream scenario, but yeah.
The last game I brought CS on this Civ, my land was pretty shit. I played Trad.
Yeah.
I bought 2 CS, and I bought the CS, and they when you buy them, they are so bad because none of the like you don't have enough like tiles to work. You instantly essentially
Where
have
they
to
have
work.
no tiles.
Yeah, they have no tiles. You instantly have to work uni slots. Like they take a lot. They like don't have like all of the infra that you actually need. It's pretty bad. But I still think this is a B tier Civ, in my opinion. But
I mean, I would go C tier, but it's your list. I'm indifferent. If you want to go B.
hell yeah. The next Civ, this is Iubids,
Yep.
right? Any thoughts?
I mean,
The
this is
doctor.
like
Oh, sorry, go
has
ahead.
always been a pretty average civ for me.
The workers are real.
I mean, this is an amazing Liberty civ because without pyramids, you still have 1 turn roads, and with
Yep.
pyramids, you have 2 turn improvements, which is pretty cracked.
Yeah, it's a better honor Civ, right?
Yeah,
Especially if you get to.
I mean, if you get kills on this civ, it's really good, but
The other
Liberty
thing,
is just
the
pretty
other thing that you can
consistent.
do on the Civ is the double temple stuff, right? Where you the
Does that
burial
actually
tomb.
work now?
I thought it did.
Because
Yeah.
maybe it got bug fixed, but it definitely was bugged before. I think it got fixed actually.
Hmm.
You might be right.
Or not Alex Morena, who I haven't seen in a while, is was telling me last time I played them to double temple belief, but our game scrapped.
Yeah, I feel like I remember
Actually, no, I
hearing
got
the bug
ward.
got fixed.
But
But I mean, yeah, the civ is pretty average for me. I think I would still go B. Like,
I mean, here's the thing with Iubids and civs with like courthouse bonuses. I kind of feel like that in most games, you can kind of force getting some sort of additional cities that are you can build courthouses in. Whether that's like through war, through like just playing honor and like forcing a wider honor, but it's a really late bonus. I think it's C. I think that's fine. You said C or B?
I said B, but
It could be B. Yeah,
I
it's
mean, I
probably
can get
B.
behind C. Like, it's a civ that I'm not exactly happy to play because it's like, if you don't kill anything, then your civ is kind of weak. Or it's not kind of weak; it just is weak. But the bonuses if you kill something are really good,
Yeah,
obviously.
B is fine. All right,
Okay.
this one's controversial in my opinion. What are your guys' opinion on boars?
You want to go first, Alex?
I mean, I feel like you always the good land for boars, or where you can use the ability the most, is usually pretty shit flat land, right? And then there's also the thing that if your neighbor builds a farm on your borders, I mean, it's all feels too sketchy for me. I don't think it's a really great civ, but the high rolls are decent. I would actually put it at C, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the unique the unique ability is the best part of the civ. It's a lot of extra yields if you can get the farms going. The building is like it's fine. It's not amazing. Like extra artist slot is good. The unit is decent as well. I mean, it's a GW, so it can't be that good, but it's a pretty good GW.
It's a GW with heals on kills, right? Like
Yeah.
it's just hard to
And
use.
attack
Yeah.
bonus.
This is a really hard civ to evaluate though, because when you high roll, you can get so many extra yields, but the yields do come late, and it can be hard to get them online with how many worker turns it takes and the border expansion you need. But it is a lot of yields if you get it online. I mean, I used to think the civ was pretty bad, but
then it
I
got
could
buffed
go
like
with
5
like
times in
C
a
or
row.
B tier, I think.
I think the Civ sucks
Yeah.
because I think the reality is even when you high roll, I high rolled on the Civ not too long ago. Crabbo came and killed me because I couldn't. You can't hammer down, and he killed me with cab, and the land is so flat that you just die. So
Yeah.
I think like it's like a paper tiger. You know what I mean? Like, oh, your food looks good, your hammers look good, but you can't even you can't ever switch to more hammers, right? So it's just like
Yeah.
those are your demos no matter what. Your land is generally indefensible, or you have a solid game with no bonuses doing something else. So I think the Civic itself, especially in tournament contexts, sucks, right? Like it doesn't
Yeah.
like when it's good, you're like you shouldn't even be like simming like on it like you are because you should be like trying to get more defensive long-term positions and more worried about neighbors and it like doesn't enable you to like do these things that like you want to do strategically. So I think it's a C tier civ because of it. But
Makes sense.
um, like don't get me wrong, if you get like the perfect isolated flat shit land with nobody around with mountains all around you, like yeah, the civ can be like feel like the best civ in the game. But I just don't think it happens that often, right? Like so
Yeah, it's really good, but it's like very hard to realize the potential.
yeah, for sure. Bolivia,
I think I've never played this civ.
really?
Yeah.
I haven't played the Civ in a while. It was one of the first Civs I ever played, and I thought the artist with the food on mines, or no, the writer with the food on mines, was gonna like help carry my shit game, and I didn't know what I was doing when I like clicked the land, and like it wasn't Liberty, and my land sucked, and I clicked Liberty, and I couldn't grow in the long term, and I was like, wow, this Civ sucks. But I think that was just me, not the Civ.
I'm looking at this list of civs, and this is just one of the best civs in the draft. It looks like.
I think this is an A or S tier Civ. Yeah, I
I'm
think it's A.
tempted to put this in S tier until we see more civs that might dethrone this. But like, I'm looking at this list of civs, and I feel like Bolivia just has to be like towards the top.
Yeah.
Actually
Also,
serious. What the hell? I've literally never seen this perform, I think.
the bonus is really good. The you get tourism from your or not tourism golden age from you get extra golden age on the civ from your musician, right?
Yep.
And then also so like you get like an extra artist skill essentially, um, and then you also like the like sorry, did I say the unit was really good? The unit's like really good at arty, um, and then the ability is strong. Like, sure, I'm gonna put this in S. This Civ's good. I want to play this Civ now. Like, I want to load into a lobby and play this Civ. Um, any other thoughts? Cool.
Nope.
The
It's
Civ
good.
does something, and it does. It actually does three things that are quite good. I think that's S tier. Brazil.
I mean, the civ got buffed, but
Not enough.
I do think not enough. Like, it's good for tourism. Tourism did get buffed, but I think it's getting nerfed again right before the tournament.
Tourism?
Yeah.
Really? I
Is
didn't
it?
see that change.
I thought they were going to do some change with the combat strength or
I,
reducing the amount of combat strength. bonus you get.
I don't know.
But I mean, this is like one of the best tourism civs in the game because you get so many extra yields from the unique ability for tourism. But tourism's a pretty bad strat in tournament generally.
I think this is a F tier civ, not maybe a C tier civ. I don't know.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah, I think. I mean, you still get golden age points on kills, which is really good, and extra GP gen during golden ages is also really good. Unique unit is good. I don't know if this is an F tier civ.
The unit is an infantry, but it is insane on defense. Like, and that's the other thing. Like when you play Brazil, you kind of get pigeonholed into doing tourism shit anyway. Like that's like always your like. I very rarely see people play Brazil and not try to go tourism, right? And the unit is good in defense, but like I don't know. I don't know if that's good enough to make the civ good.
I think the civ, if you don't force tourism on it, is actually still fine. Like not great, but like golden age points on kills is still good, and
You had that pretty
like
crazy
that works
game.
all game. Like early game, if you're just killing barbarians, that's golden age points. Late game, that's like perma GA basically if you're at war.
Do you remember that pretty
And
crazy game you had when you played the civ and you were fighting Glosson? Was it?
yeah,
Kind of wrecking his shit with that unit.
I was killing his modern armors with the unique unit.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Insane.
Yeah, I guess it is C tier.
That would work even better now with the tourism changes, though, right? If you actually get a combat strength off of it.
Yeah, but like I also just watched Best Bot like rule over someone as Brazil with the unit when Best Bot had autocracy tanks and like in planes, and he just like he just rolled them like, and then he drew with Daddy, CC Daddy, and went and played a Weavy, but like. I remember it being like, damn, that unit might be hard to deal with, and Best Bot just rolled him over, and I was like, oh, okay. Brunei. I think Brunei's probably one of the best coastal civs in the draft.
Yeah.
I think it's in.
Sure.
I think the civ is A tier, if not S tier.
I feel like in the context of the tournament, I don't know if this is S tier because the civ kind of encourages people to come kill you because
Yeah.
like you're kind of a glass cannon civ until later on. Obviously, you scale incredibly well. But
I mean, are you like? I don't know. Frigates are like pretty ear and turny. Like it's hard to
Is it
say
true?
because like either they're gonna come kill you with frigates anyway, or they're not. Right? Like they're too far. It's not what they're set up to do. Right? Like I don't know if Brunei is like the.
yeah, but this is like the civ that you want to frigate because you get to pillage all their improvements and then re-improve them when you kill them, and it's awesome. So
Yeah, but like, it's fine.
and it's like if you pick this civ and you're like begging your coastal neighbors to come frigate you, I don't know if that's great. So
I will say,
obviously everything about the civ is really good. You get
I
so
will
many
say the
yields from the
civ
improvement
is
and the building.
wide encouraging, and generally, like if someone has a trad game and you have a liberty game, and they're a couple turns faster, like they're incentivized to come frigate you too, right? So
I'm perfectly happy clicking tradition on the civ too.
I am too. I just think like it's.
Yeah.
I think it's best on wide if you can do it, right? Because
Yeah, also it's encouraged to actually settle islands and stuff, which also makes you a lot
Yeah, for
slower,
sure.
right? And improve your scaling so you are even more of a frigate target.
The other thing is the scaling on the civ's even better now because you don't even want to like, even if you go Expo second, you don't even want to go Expo 5 because you don't want to go Expo 4.
That's true. Explo nerfs are a buff to Brunei actually.
They're a huge buff to Brunei, right? Like the Expo changes for people that don't know. Treasure fleets now lost. Treasure fleets lost the gold, I believe, but then
Yes.
all sea tiles get +1 gold on the finisher, I believe. So
Yeah.
so like it got a buff in the sense that like it didn't treasure fleets wouldn't give an extra gold to your actual sea luxes and sea resources, but it got a nerf in the sense that like a lot of times when you played Expo, you would never go Expo 5. You just go Expo 4. So
Yeah, I can see that actually being justification to push into S tier because treasure fleets was pretty essential to a lot of coastal builds. So
the fact that you can just scale on the civ without having to like do the bullshit is like pretty good,
yeah.
honestly.
All right, you convinced me.
Canada, I love the civ.
Civ is great with camps and amazing with lakes. Otherwise, it's kind of mid.
Alex, you got any thoughts?
Yeah, I'm not a big Canada believer because well, it is a high roll civ, but also the highest of high rolls is probably pretty good, but everything in
Like
between.
you always
Not
have
really so
some camps, so it's always doing something for you.
I had a game the
But
other day. I just didn't tech trapping until like very late, like after engineering, and I
the
was like,
Canada
huh,
game.
what?
What's the Canada game?
I'm
Or was it
trolling.
just in?
This was the Georgia game, and I was like,
Yeah.
because I was like, huh, I literally have no. I was looking at my land. I was like, I have 2 camps that are out of borders. I just didn't have any, so I never teched it.
Yeah,
But that's not common. I
yeah, it's
think this is
obviously a rare.
it's extremely rare. I think the Civ is B tier. I think it's always B tier on whatever list you do because
Yeah,
the high roll is so high, but most of the time it's pretty mid. Like it would be a
the
C tier
gold bonus
Civ.
is good.
What?
The gold bonus is good. It's a
Yeah,
lot of gold.
it is. But it would be a C tier Civ except for the fact that like you can just roll ivory or you can roll furs, right?
Or
Or
lakes. Yeah.
or you can get like the insane like Huey cap, right? Like I think that the camps are more of a high roll than the lakes, but I think it's B. Chetchia. Right. Alex, you want to start?
I never know what secondary to pick, and because of that, I always feel like my games feel really bad when I play them. But maybe you guys can help me out with your dream scenarios with the Civ in terms of reformation and what to build.
All right, Smiley, have you clicked the new Promised Land on the Civ yet?
Oh
Does it help?
God,
What the hell?
no. T Mac picked it last night and it looked miserable. Um,
Okay.
he bought he bought. I mean, not even on the SIP, but I was like, "Did you buy anything?" He goes, "Yeah, I bought my Ironworks with it." And I go, "Oh, that's cool." And then he
No,
goes,
no, no. Promised Land, not Sanctified
"Oh,
Innovations.
what? Sorry, what's the new Promised Land?"
It's like a founder
Religion?
that makes
Yeah,
you naturally spread better,
Oh,
which
I
kind of
don't care about
synergizes
that.
with what Czechia does. I don't know.
Yeah, no, that's ass.
but it also has the old what is it? The initiation rights on it, so you get the 67 gold on spread.
Yeah, but like, who cares? Like,
All right, going back
it's
to
the
what
pickable
Czechia
things.
does, the Civ is an anti-piety Civ that mainly gets a reformation when you found a religion,
I've seen people
is the
play
main benefit.
Trad Apo on it. Looks kind of mid.
I feel like the most common use case is like just being Liberty and choosing something like Swords to Plowshares on founding a religion.
Yeah, I agree.
But I mean, that's a pretty good bonus, but I would not call it amazing. Like,
I mean, like, let's like play this out, right? You play Chechia. You build Stonehenge pretty quickly. No faith shores. Build Stonehenge 35. You finish Lib around 57. Pretty standard. Then you found a prophet. You instantly buy a missionary. And you're going to get swords in 3 cities on turn 57. And then it's going to spread to other cities very, very quickly. That's pretty good, right?
yeah,
But
that is pretty good.
the issue with this Civ, and all Civs designed like this assumes you have like Liberty land, right? And that just doesn't happen every game. The inability to click piety is like pretty harmful to your games, in my opinion.
Well, you could still do the same thing just on honor or tradition. Just like you'll have to um, invest a little more in faith than Liberty, where you can just get a profit for free. So I don't think it's like pigeonholed to Liberty at all. But
Yeah, but usually like you don't really have build queue on in most games to build anything non-demo based, or if you're
yeah,
trying a library before turn 50, right?
yeah. I mean, if this
Like
bonus comes online late, then it's pretty weak.
yeah,
But I think generally this is just going to be a pretty strong bonus. But I mean, there are civs that are like in B tier that have pretty strong bonuses too sometimes. So I'd probably put it around there
I think
overall.
it's a B tier Civ. I think the reality is like every time I've tried to make the Civ work, it has felt way worse than I feel like it should, and that's kind of my issue with it. But I think it's B tier.
Same with me. But I also know that there are a lot of people who actually like the Civ a lot more, right?
Yeah.
Would probably rank it higher, especially in this draft.
This is fun for sure.
It's a lot of fun, and I've seen people try to make like the unique unit work.
Yeah.
Like
Tell me about it.
Pretty nice to just buy a bunch.
I don't think it's very good, but I've seen people try. So
I guess it's hard to attack, right?
It's a lot of units you can just spam out
Yeah.
that are like pretty solid units.
The issue is that like it's such an off timing. You have nothing to pressure cities with because you want to rush there, and then you don't have arty. Like
Yeah.
it's like
It's definitely more of like a defensive,
yeah,
or like maybe to supplement an attack with just flooding a bunch of
yeah.
trash, whatever.
But that's probably one of the best timings to be greedy, right?
It's just
Of
again, it's just hard. It's like
schools.
if you go towards what is it, replaceable?
Yeah, replaceable.
You don't have arty.
You don't have
And so,
attacking units.
yeah. Denmark.
Things isn't. Oh wait, actually they got changed, right? They got nerfed.
They got changed, yes. Well, they got changed. They don't have the production on the fish anymore, and that's the only thing I.
That was a while
Found
ago,
out.
though, right?
Yes, it's not recent. But now they also have the thing where they can put civil units. They can embark and disembark at the same cost.
It's civilian units can embark without losing all movement,
Yeah, so it's only one movement, right?
which is like.
It's cool.
I mean, the fishing
It's
boat,
fine.
or not the loss of hammers on fish is a pretty big deal that the Civ lost. So I don't think they're S tier anymore, but their movement shenanigans are so broken that
The movement's
and
dumb.
annoying to play
It's
against.
like you the amount of times I played Liberty on the Civ and just like made a settler for an island I thought I had and then just said fuck it, and then you send it halfway across the world and then it settles on turn 55 or like 50 to 55 anyway, and it's like somewhere in there and it's like fine, and the city's just a Liberty city, so it's fine. Like I think the Civ's
And like
good.
not even talking about the early game stuff, but like because I think the Civ is actually like now not that strong early game relative to other coastal Civs, but just the late game shenanigans you can pull with battleshipping down a city and then landing like a random tank to capture it on the same turn that you battleship it down, an inland city at that is like pretty dumb.
Also, like
things to do
berserkers
with
are so
Civ.
scary that like if they're not playing around them,
Oh, yeah.
like you will get a free kill. Like they have to be prepared with either like essentially what they really need to be. You need to like settle a coastal and have a trireme so like watching. The best time I ever defended an attack like this was I defended it before I even got started because what happened was a couple patches back they took the shallow coasts and they made it a lot smaller to try to encourage fish to spawn closer to the coast or closer to like essentially settleable land. And so there's a lot of now one tile chokes on the coastline of like the shallow water before the deep ocean. And if you build like 3 or 4 triremes, you can just cycle the triremes and just not let their units through. And like there's kind of nothing they can do if it's close enough, like if it's far enough away, because like the movement that they lose on land is so much that they can't
Yeah.
get there in time, essentially.
And I imagine if like you have a Quinquereme even, then you can
Yeah,
just sit
it's
in
just
deep water and Zoc. They
yeah.
can't do anything about it.
They literally can't do anything about it. Like it's insane. So like I do think this attack is very stoppable. The other thing that stops it is like you just fort pikes that they have to disembark to attack on the coast. That hurts a lot, but like the timing comes early enough that you have to invest a lot to not die to it. So like people are playing like any timing that it's like, oh, it's not that good because people play around it. Well, it is that good because people are playing around it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I think this is an A tier civ or an S tier civ. I think it's the end of the day, right? I think it's really good.
Yeah,
But
I think the Civ is still great,
yeah,
but
I'll put it in A. I'll like knock it down right from S because of the fish.
Yeah, for sure.
But
I don't think it's S anymore, but A seems fine.
England.
I feel like people always hate on the Civ. But to be honest,
I
I
love
like
this
it.
civ. Like
Yeah.
I'll start this time. I'm yapping a lot anyway. So I think the civ, like the bonuses look kind of mid because it's like a double unique unit. But the issue with this unique unit is A, ship the line. Wait, did the ship the line? just get nerfed?
No.
I think it got nerfed a few patches ago. It was definitely not the last
Did.
patch.
It did. It's
It
30 range
did?
strength instead of 32. I'm looking at the doc right now.
But if
Wow.
I also know that the doc was outdated on this for years, so if it's only the doc changes. I just remember that I changed the doc a few months ago.
Well, one of my first YouTube videos, I died to Mega Ship of the Line, and they were 32 like strength then, so it must have been like a pretty quiet patch.
And the unit is still oppressive.
Yeah.
Yes.
Ship of the Line are still oppressive. Longbows on the right terrain are pretty oppressive. I kind of feel like you have this double-edged sword that if you just play like trad, and even if your game's kind of mid, you have this timing on. You're generally either gonna have the coastal timing or you're gonna have the longbow timing, and I think that's really really dangerous. That like a lot of civs like you have this crazy timing or like timing unit and like you want to force it, but like the train's not set up for it or the game's not set up for it. The reality is coastal, you kind of want to like the safest coastal plays are like these trad border city plays, and like if you want to and generally has the gold like for either of these timings if you want to go for them, and they're quite strong, both of them. I think the civ is very strong. I think the movement, there's like underrated sim bonuses with the workers in the water and the settlers in the water. It makes settling islands easier. It makes just like getting around in the early game a little bit easier. And then I also think that the constabularies are having just extra cheap sources of happy late game, especially like if like these big like auto games, it's like quite nice. You also can, and the spy is relevant too. Like the spy is a relevant sim bonus. Like you kind of want to be auto on the civ because of it, but like auto's good in this meta, and like they're relevant auto bonuses, especially with police state. So I think it's like I don't think those elements of the civ are irrelevant. They are bonuses, if that makes sense. They're not the best in the world,
Yeah,
but
for
they
sure.
are.
Yep. I
I
mean,
think
yeah,
I
I
also
think
feel like we don't.
like the unique ability bonuses are pretty good, but I would push back and say that unlike Denmark, where like the combat bonus is relevant all game, this bonus is only relevant in like medieval Renaissance era for the combat, and like
yeah,
getting a kill during that time definitely does not guarantee you like an easy victory. So
I
just
think
because you have like
I think
strong
they're
military units and stuff
yeah,
doesn't
but
mean that.
even as Denmark, right? Like I don't think Denmark's unique ability like generally like guarantees you a victory. Your position has to be
Well,
quite
yeah,
strong.
I'm saying that like all these things about like England's scary timings and stuff, it's true, but that doesn't mean the bonus is like necessarily gonna win you the game because of it. So
Yeah,
I mean,
and for sure, I mean like it's more that like England has a lot of outs built into the civ, and I really like that because if you low
yeah,
roll on land and you know you can't out sim people, you have these outs built into your civ. I think that's very strong, especially in tournament settings. Because of that, I'd probably put this in A tier, right? Like I don't think this is an S tier civ, but I think it is an A tier civ.
I was gonna go the opposite way and say C, but
I was going to put them
Holy!
right in the middle.
I mean, we can throw it in B, but
I'm
I
down
think
to
you guys are
compromise.
ridiculous.
I, like I
The
think the
civ's
civ is good.
insane. Like it's so good. Anyway,
It's
we
the number one civ I don't want to play coast against. Besides, like
Yeah,
and
Milan
that's
or
kind of the
whatever.
issue, right? Like it's so oppressive, like ship line, like they're so good. And longbows are
It's
like
like
on the right land, they like feel like there's nothing you can do.
yeah, it's like the fucking China of the coast or the Rome of the coast. Like
And those civs are
yeah.
insane. Like those civs would be an A tier here. Oh, whatever. Um,
Rome would be, but
China would be too. Uh, do you want? Does anyone? So France has changed. There's no longer
Probably.
15 culture acoustics, but you get 2 culture from World Wonders. You also still get that 1 culture when you spawn in. You have the chateaus, which are good improvements, but like there's no demos on them, so they're kind of hard to work. What do you guys think?
I mean, I think the change overall is like a slight buff because it's more culture early, but less at the time you would normally research acoustics. But also now you don't have to like just beeline acoustics all the time. So I think it's a slight net positive, which is a nice change. I think the Civ was
What
pretty
what are
strong
what are the
before.
chateaus on? They're
They're
on.
adjacent to any luxury tile, but not.
No, 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 no. The tech. It's
Oh,
like
they're on Civ.
chivalry, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
And then, but do they get an extra culture out of acoustics? Is that it? They get like
Um,
I thought they got a yield at acoustics, but maybe I'm just thinking
I don't think
like
so.
cares
I would
and
be right.
I might be wrong.
Monasteries get
And
culture on it.
it also might be whenever I played France, like I'm usually playing aesthetics because it's like a pretty synergistic aesthetic civ, and so you want to go acoustics. Like it's like, do
Yeah.
I want to get Sistine and do I want to get my opera houses or do I want to start building my chateaus?
Well,
Right. So
well, yeah, but now you definitely don't need to since you can just
yeah,
completely
yeah.
skip acoustic now, which is
I
nice.
I think it's a buff for sure. So I think the civ is B tier probably.
No, the Civ is better than B tier, man. The Civ is great. The +1 culture and capital on turn 0 is really strong, and chateaus obviously scale well.
Yeah.
Plus
I
one
just
capital culture and capital on turn 0 alone is just like
it is strong. It is strong.
it's just that by itself already makes a Civ like almost B tier. So just the rest of the bonuses with the chateau and
I
the
just
musketeer,
I
it's
just
like a cherry
hate
on top.
I hate building the chateaus, and I hate working them.
There's
They're good
actually
tiles, man.
profit from there's actually profit from tournament play because of the demoless being of the chateaus is kind of better for scaling, or is it just the same anyway?
Well,
I don't
less
know.
demos makes you weaker in terms of like your ability to like put out units and stuff, but it's stronger for scaling and like setting yourself up for the late game.
I had a France tourney game where um, I built a bunch of these and I played Wide Piety and I lost to Solex because I got all my coastals taxed. That was sad. Um, and my game sucked because I worked chateaus and I had no demos to build uh, frigates. We can put it in A. I don't care. I'm just never clicking
Yeah.
it. It's fine.
I like almost want this in S tier to be honest, but I think A is fair.
It's not S tier. Uh,
What the hell, Knights?
Germany. I'm so I hate this civ.
Yeah, I feel like in
Um,
a turn setting, you're even less likely to actually have the city-states trading still enabled by the time you want your Hanses, and everything else also doesn't seem that great,
yeah,
right?
but also in a tournament setting like a Panzer's insane unit. Like it's so good. Um, and also like the one science and the one prod on all of these
Half of
buildings.
urbanization.
What
It's half of urbanization.
is?
Urbanization is a great
It's
policy.
more. It's more because you can on your water
Yeah,
mills.
the hydro plants, man. Wow.
No, the water mills.
There's no.
That's
It
hydro
does not
plants
apply
and
to water
windmills.
mills, buddy.
Oh my god. I'm weavy pilled. Um,
That would be insane.
If this Civ had a bonus on water mills, that'd be pretty good.
it doesn't weavy. It's the same thing, and it just has it on water mills. Um, I think this is B. I don't think there's much more to
I
talk
don't know
about.
if they're that good.
I would have also put
I
them
would
lower.
wager C.
Sure, I don't care. I'm not gonna die on that hill. Um, Greece.
Pretty good now, I think.
It's
This is
B,
like
right? It has to be B. Sorry,
if you play
Germany. The Panzer's insane. I know it's just a tank, but that unit's like actually insane. They're so good.
they're like pretty good. They're not like GG, I win.
Yeah, but like a Panzer, like it's essentially like it's like an extra elite forces on your tanks with, and then also like an extra
It's
lightning.
better than that.
Yeah, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like that, like it's so good. Like,
It is really good. You're right.
and you're still gonna put it in C.
I mean, okay, you can put it in, like
Tanks are
if you
relevant
go,
for so long, dude.
this goes
Right?
without
Like
saying. If you can prevent city states from getting embargoed, the Civ is S tier. But
this is B. I am gonna die in this hill. Um,
sure.
let's talk about Greece. um,
Let's talk about Greece.
I think Greece is an amazing tradition Civ now with the Odeon change being available at writing. If you just there are two ways to do it. Where you delay monuments and trad or end legalism to get the Odeons in every single city, and the other one where you just tech writing straight away and then
I think
build a
that's
monument in your
bad.
capital.
Honestly, I think it's
Which one do you think is bad? The building a monument in capital and getting the Odeon early, or
no the other
delaying?
one, the delaying.
No, I think the delaying one is actually like legit very strong, but
That's
Wait, what are you
insane.
even clicking then?
you
click
click
aristocracy
aristocracy
second,
and then build a monument in all your cities.
and then you don't build any wonders because you're building monuments.
And then you finish trade on turn 40 or something. That's the
Finish
idea.
trad on turn 40 with all your Odeons up, which is pretty crazy.
And then you push fast Patro is what you do. Is the build. Which is like,
I see.
I mean, like it's if you have, but like the other thing, like with the civ, is like you kind of want to multi-seal anyway, because the decay isn't there. So I guess if you're
I
not,
mean, you
I guess if you're
can
not,
because
I guess if you're not multi-sealing, the monument build's a lot better. I guess one of them
When you
is just
also
like
can get
Giga
your monuments
Tempo,
and
and one
stuff.
of them's like Giga Scaling, right? They're just different builds, right? Knights. Like
well,
if you
I
build
would
on the
say that
monuments, it's like it's how much higher scaling.
the
But if you,
monument delay build is like it guarantees you a super fast trad finisher, and you can do it on like every single game. So it's like it's incredibly consistent at getting you super fast trad finisher and setting you up for a strong mid game.
yeah, but what time do you take legalism? When do you take legalism? Like
Like
turn 30?
turn 32 ish, turn 33, or maybe or earlier than that, 30, 32, somewhere in that line.
Like it's just hard to believe that like you get by 32, you get all of your monuments, you city settles and monuments up, and
You
then
definitely have to like chop out your last monument
yeah,
to
yeah,
set it
it's
up
kind of
well.
like I don't know, like it's
It can be hard to set up sometimes, but you can do it in like pretty much any game you play as a civ, which I think is pretty good.
But it also sounds like you have your aqueducts before you have granaries in these cities. Like, are you even growing? Like, aqueducts are pretty ass if you don't grow.
I mean, you'll have your granaries up,
Okay,
but
sure.
yeah, I mean, all of this like forces you to force
what Knights
tradition,
is
and I
saying
think
without saying is Alex is that it requires you to high roll. You also don't build your monument very early in that case, right? Like you build your monument.
yeah, I mean, you're trying to finish all your monuments late around the same time so that you have enough time to get legalism.
Yeah.
But anyways, this is all like we're getting into the weeds. I think the civ is like pretty good for tradition and still kind of underwhelming for everything else. So
So if you
maybe
don't have
B
trad
tier.
land, then it's still just pretty below average, right?
I mean, the spear is really good for tributes, like, and that's really good on
That's something.
everything. If you get a spear upgrade,
I think you can force tradition on a lot of starts that people wouldn't be necessarily comfortable playing tradition
all
on.
right,
But
we're on Knightstown
that's my
theory. It's
opinion.
a B tier or Civ. Let's go.
Right.
I think the only other thing I want to say about it, like the Odeon is good on Liberty, the Civ is pretty good on Honor. Um, it's fine. It's a fine Civ. Happy to play whatever on it. Tradition is obviously the best. So, next Civ is Hittites.
I have absolutely no feelings for the Civ.
I don't like the civ that much, but do they? They're probably actually C tier. I don't think they're good enough to be B tier.
I'm fine with CRB. I like the Civ. It's a lot of gold. I think the Lionsgate is a very good, like extra build queue. I think it's very good. This is a very good Liberty Civ. I think this gives Civ scales incredibly well. With the mine gold adjacency, it's really good for like lower gold plays. Like if you play like Order or something, like you actually have like a shit ton of gold. But it's not. It's also good on trad. The mining for free is like a lot of tempo, especially if you're doing
Yeah.
like Oracle Rush shit. Um, I think it's good. I think it's. I think the Civ is good to find. I think it's B to C. I think it's right in the middle.
Actually, I could see B tier.
We can throw it in B. I think it's right in the middle. I think it's
I
better
think
than
it's weaker than
Brazil.
all the other BCSs.
Like,
I don't
I
know.
would play the civ over Austria for sure.
Okay,
Maybe
well,
even Germany.
Just because you hate Austria.
all right, Knights. How good do you think Hungary is? Tell me about your favorite Civ in the game.
The civ is pretty good. I think it's definitely a piety civ now with the piety change applying
I
a
agree.
hammer and extra culture to the palace.
It's worse if the
So
culture gets removed, which I think it is,
that's true. But
but it's still good.
I mean, I think the civ is pretty good. You can kind of just go piety every game on it and be pretty strong
Mm-hmm.
because you just rush mathematics, build your palace.
Do you go math before Theo?
Absolutely, always.
Okay.
Yeah, 100% you do. The question is, do you go math before Philo, which is a bit tougher. It depends. If you have God King, then yes. If not, then probably not. But I guess you'd rather like build Great Library and Great Library into Philo, and then while you're teching math. But I mean, yeah, this is all details. The Civ is pretty good, I think. Like the palace is amazing. The unit is great. The unique ability is
when you
pretty
play Apple on
ass.
the Civ, like isn't your GT like super slow?
I mean,
Like
it's slower. It's not that slow.
okay.
It's like definitely worth delaying it for uh, a second palace with piety bonus
With
plus
Salat
Salat plus
plus
Aj.
Hajj, yeah.
Like it's amazing.
Yeah, okay.
I think the Civ is really good,
A
but
or S?
I
I
would
don't
not
think it's
put it in
S.
S tier.
Yeah, okay,
I would put
okay.
it in A. I know
It's fine.
you would probably want to put it in like C or something.
This is your Civ. I've like played it like once ever. I'm gonna be honest. I haven't really like a lot of experience in it. I'm gonna defer to your judgment. It's not a Civ that really. I think you're right. This is like the best way to play the Civ, and it doesn't really excite me to play the Civ. So I haven't done it. Um, India.
People were really excited when it got the grassland bias removed, right? But then I haven't really seen it that much. I feel like it's still just okay.
I played a game on it recently.
What do you think, Smiley?
I played a lot of the Civ. I don't think it's good, but I don't think it's that bad. What did I play on it recently? I can't even remember. Oh, I played I played Apo on it, which is weird, but I won the game, so it's fine.
Did you like your game? Did you like what India gave to you?
Honestly, no. Like it sucked. Like I was on a jungle start, and getting my Alexas up was so difficult, and settling was really hard.
Yeah.
And like everything was slower because of it. It like actually really hurt my game to beat India there. Um, I think it's C tier, but I really like this Civ.
Here's my take. I think some of the things the Civ does for you is really good. The castles are amazing. The War Elephant is a great unit, especially if you're going to kill someone with them. They're really good for that.
Yep.
But the unique ability, while it does give you a lot of happiness later in the game, and it can be really strong for scaling in that sense, sometimes you just roll a start where it's really hard to play around this unique ability, and you're just going to go unhappy, and that can just ruin your game. And
Yeah, I
because
mean,
of that potential, like sometimes, obviously, like a lot of the times, even the unique ability is going to be great and help you out a lot. But sometimes, just like absolutely kills your game and makes it so much worse that I really don't want to play the Civ in tournament. So
yeah,
I would
I
put
had an
this at the bottom
Apos.
of the tier
I
list.
You put an F. I don't think it's
Yeah, it's
F.
better than F.
I think it's C. I think you can buy your way out with the Civ, especially with that how strong the elephant is. The elephant's just insane.
But you still need to have like a start where you can settle some cities and then kill someone. Which
Also, the elephants are expensive. Don't like you do have to have like you have to kind of prep the timing for a while. It's not like normal
I,
chariots.
I don't think they're completely like you'll die to them, but if you build like a bunch of archers and chariots, then you can
Yeah, I
kind of like
mean you won't
hold a
die
little
to
bit.
them if the other guy's
No,
shrine
I mean you will
overflowing
die to
it.
them, but
Well, not if the other guy's overflowing shrines into unpiety into elephants, but uh, you do you know what I'm talking about? You don't, do you? The Mason game. Did you see this game? Am I
yes,
alone here?
I know
Okay,
what game
okay,
you're
okay,
talking
okay.
about.
I think it's still C. I think the benefits are strong enough, and you can high roll enough. Like it's not. I get not wanting to play it. I think it's most starts are going to be playable enough. But
Okay.
I mean, what goes in
For me,
F?
this is an F tier, but
Actually, like let's like what goes in F. This Civ goes in F. Like
To be honest, I like Indonesia way more than India.
fine. No, I can't. I can't. It's C. It's C.
we can come
And
back to it later.
we'll
It's
discuss at the
maybe
end if you on India if you guys want. But like after like we establish F. But like I just don't think. Indonesia.
Yeah, so obviously it's really dependent on if you can settle the islands or not. I feel like the civ can be quite good if you can, but the low rolls, you just feel like you're playing an empty civ.
I think the civ sucks. I think this is an F tier civ.
I
It
agree
is.
with both of you.
It is probably the worst
Like
coastal civ, and probably
the
the
gardens are they're not bad. Like they give you great person generation in cities that won't have it, and it solves your faith issue as well. And the unique ability is good if you can settle islands, but
I think
overall, like these are not
yeah,
that strong bonuses.
I agree. The like the other thing is like you settle these islands and like these luxes, like sometimes you're already like lux saturated. Like people don't have more dupes to trade you out, and they just don't really want to give you the happy. Especially that happens like in Tourney a lot more than like friendly lobbies. Um, I think the swordsman is a nothing unit. I think you're also incentivized to try to settle islands that are way further out, and that you make your game worse because of it. I think the civ is shit. I'm happy to move on.
Okay, if you have close by islands that are good to settle, the unique ability is like good. Straight up,
Yes.
it's just good.
Yes.
yeah, for sure.
It's
They,
good amount of extra happiness.
this is actually
but
a civ. I think that if they just gave the ability on your first two settles rather than the islands, or one on your first settle and then one on your first island, the civ would be a shit ton better, right? But
yeah, for sure.
like, I think
Yeah.
even 1-1 would be pretty good because you usually have, on average, you have one island, right? Sometimes you have 0, sometimes you have 3, but you rarely have. It's common. It's not uncommon to have less than 2 islands. Like I think in most of your games, probably over 50%, you have less than 2. So
Yeah, I mean,
that's fine.
in that case, like it's still 8 free happiness and 16 in the case where you can trade it out, which is a lot of happiness. But yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
that's the best bonus the Civ has, and other coastal Civs have stronger bonuses. So
Also, like just like put 2 culture on the garden and call it a day. Like then the garden's good, right? Like there's ways to
I think that then maybe the Civ becomes like
real.
pretty freaking strong. I don't know.
Not
Yeah.
I don't know. Two culture on the garden doesn't become like
2
like
culture
it's
per
strong.
city is a pretty huge bonus. That's like most of what Sumeria does.
Yeah, but you also have to build the gardens, right?
But
Sumeria is
this
strong
garden
because
is good. It gives faith.
no, I know, but Sumeria you just get to click drama and then you have it, and
Okay,
you're
you're
gonna
right.
take
You're right.
like
You're right.
like
Like it's slow. It's definitely slower than Sumeria, but
especially you're going like super
2
wide.
culture per city is a pretty huge bonus, man.
Think about when you can actually get gardens up on Liberty, right? Like you can't like you know how many times you've yelled at people for building gardens per unis? Like
Look, if there was a building that cost 60 hammers and gave 2 faith, 2 culture, and 4 faith once you found a religion, like I'm building that pretty early, man. Like, I'm going there before aqueducts, probably even.
yeah, I'm gonna
Yeah,
be
for
honest. I
sure.
didn't even realize I had 2 extra faith with the followers.
It single-handedly solves your faith, which is
It does.
pretty good.
And it's also 60. Okay,
Yeah.
2 culture is gonna be like very strong on it. I didn't realize it was also 60 hammers. I like just haven't played the Civ in a long time, but it's ass. Ireland.
Also, maybe one,
Oh, what were you
maybe
gonna say?
one additional thing for the swordsman. Like, obviously, you don't want to do a timing with it, but I feel like it's a really bad idea to actually try to do any early aggression against Indonesia. And if they are on some tall build that can settle later, and then also the unique ability comes into play again, I feel like they're actually quite good. And the Chris Swordsman, I don't think it's actually listed in the document. They have this wonderful um, thing where they're just completely immune against ranged attacks, right? Where they just get like single digit damage from like
That's
crossbows.
if you get the promo, which is like a 1 in 6.
That is true, but do you want to attack a guy with units?
They're
Literally,
pretty
if they have
solid on
one of these
defense.
units, your attack is so much harder, right?
I mean, yeah, they're pretty solid on defense, so you don't
I
really
don't
want to attack
even
it.
I don't even like the units design from a mod perspective. There's way too much variance from what you could get. Um,
Yeah,
I
for
mean,
sure.
it's
But
not
I
gonna
just
go
think
up in
like if
most
I'm
games.
trying to crossbow someone, I'm probably not taking the Indonesia guy because they have a unit that is
sure,
not that expensive anymore, and
sure.
they can just completely ruin the attack.
Yeah.
All right. What do we think of Ireland?
I actually
Pretty
like
good.
Ireland.
Crazy Liberty Civ.
Yeah, and Civ is definitely best on Liberty. I don't know if I'd put it above B tier. It's kind of like an average Civ in my book.
The thing is, like on Liberty on the right starts, it's just insane, right? A 15% production bonus towards like most of your buildings is like really really strong. That if you roll, like the zoos have 3 food, even though it's very late. The Fenians like whatever. Um, it's better on defense, right? But isn't upgrading Fenians like extremely cheap?
It's pretty cheap.
Isn't it like I thought it was like
30 gold.
30? Yeah, like some insanely cheap. But I've never seen someone kill someone on a Fenian push, right? Like
Yeah, they're mostly a defensive unit for sure.
I think Kuba was backseating you, Alex. Was it when trying to push
Yes.
someone with
There is
Fenians?
actually, yeah. There was
But
like a 6 city on a game.
It's hard. It's a fucking 2 movement unit trying to push someone in industrial.
I think it's B.
Yeah.
I think I don't really want to talk about it more. It's a civ I haven't played a lot.
Yeah.
Like I've actually been like I've played a game on all of these civs so far, but there's a lot of these civs I played like 1 or 2 games on because I'm never excited to click them, if that makes sense, right? This is a civ that I would
least exciting stuff.
I would click more though, but I think it's B.
For sure.
Iroquois.
I'm super excited to play that civ. I think they, especially in this situation, they are super strong. I just like them. You have a lot of hammers most of the game. You have a good high roll. I guess you also can be pretty sad, but I like them.
I think
I'll
this
put
civ
this
is
in S tier.
I think this is an S tier civ.
Yeah.
I don't think there's much to talk about. It's a great hammer
Yeah.
civ. It's great to kill people. It's great to sim on. It's great to click piety on. It's great to people don't really want to war you, which is great for tourney because there's no roads in your land. And there's a shit ton of forests, and like you can navigate them well, and they can't. I think it's S tier. I think it's amazing. The warriors, whatever, but I think it's a great civ.
Oh, the warrior single-handedly defends you from any crossbow attack, which is pretty relevant.
Sounds good.
But yeah, this civ is great.
Israel.
I don't like this civ that much, but Thor would want you to put it in A tier.
I think Thor would be happy if it didn't be. I really like this civ, but I don't think it's an A tier civ. I think it's a
this civ is good. Like it's great on piety. It's good on tradition. On anything wide, it's less good. But I don't know.
No, it's good on white. Okay, so here's my question for you, right? Like Jerusalem, one of the main benefits is it starts the game with essentially faith on luxuries, which essentially is like, think about it, like you could argue that's like kind of like spirit animals, right? Probably similar amounts of faith. And that's insane. Well, and one of the reasons it's insane because it gets you an additional pantheon. But if you could start the game with a free pantheon, how good would that be? And that'd be insane.
That would be amazing.
The issue is that this free pantheon you start with is slow, right? And it doesn't.
It does nothing
pantheon.
for like longer.
But it's still a really good pantheon.
That comparison was so ass.
Oh yeah, Smiley. What if my pantheon said, "Give me a free social policy and also like production towards units and hammers in every city"?
That'd be insane. I think this
that would be insane. But it starts in industrial era, and Yugoslavia is not that good of a civ.
I think the civ is B.
I mean, I don't know if they're that good. Like it is pretty good. It is pretty good civ.
On any civ that is super wide, on in any game where you're super wide, your NC has a fixed cost here, right? So if you really struggle to get it up on a really wide setup, then
it helps you get your NC
for that,
up,
right?
for sure.
It's still flexible, right? It's not like you've really.
I've straight up gotten my NC up in like the 50s on Liberty on this civ. Where
Okay,
just, like,
actually, you're right. This civ is good.
I borrowed money from Mega to like buy my NC. I was like, hey, can I get like 200 gold for like 7 per turn? And like,
can you loan me 200 faith real quick?
You do with gold.
Yeah, this civ is good.
You also like on Liberty, you just build your whatchamacallit, so you can go like Philo before shops after civil, and then you just buy it. All right, like it's good. Italy.
I mean, this civ is also pretty good, but don't know if they're that good.
I think the civ is A tier.
I haven't seen a civ in ages. Why is that?
I don't know. They're like
It's
kind of boring.
It's a really fun civ, but
Like all the bonuses are pretty good.
Bonuses are insane.
I would not call the Basilica an insane bonus. You still have to have an opera house built in the city.
I killed Yurst on the Civ the other day, and he had his opera houses up. Maybe the reason I killed him.
I can get behind A tier. The Civ scales really well, obviously.
The scaling's just insane. The GA is insane. The culture's insane. Like the Civ, like
yeah, the artists.
Like I think Civs designed this way are really well designed, where like they have a specific plan in mind and they do that thing really well, right? And it's not even that the early game bonuses are that strong or overwhelming, but you like combine them together and like it cohesively makes a very, very strong Civ.
Yeah, and the Civ can execute like any game plan too. It's very flexible.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm fine with A.
All right, I think Camar is S tier.
I think the Civ is really good. I don't know about S tier though.
I think it's S tier because of the elephant.
Because of the elephant.
Okay, wait, hold on.
Okay.
The beret is the best part of the Civ for sure.
It is, but everybody knows the beret is good. What they don't talk about is the elephant. And the elephant is an insane crossbow.
Yeah, the unit is really good.
The unit should be able to get you, if you're having a better game than someone, like you will be able to kill them with this unit. It's such a dumb unit.
Yeah, I mean, the unit's just really hard to deal with in general.
Yep.
And I can get behind S tier actually.
I also can get behind S tier because of the other civs that are there.
This is a really. I agree. Yeah, Alex, totally. Like I think this is a very similar strength civ to Iroquois, right?
No.
You said no?
Yes.
Oh yes.
I said yes. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good. But you have really good sim bonuses that on strong land you can just sit and sim and they will carry you, and then you also have this phenomenal out which like doesn't guarantee you a kill, but like will get you very, very close.
All right, S tier. Let's go.
Korea.
This civ probably really benefits from the freedom buffs, right? From the
for sure.
What's it called? The New Deal thingies. I feel like I'm really excited about the civs in general to perform on like a tall setup and everything.
Yeah, but it still sucks, right? Like,
I mean, it's definitely like better with order nerfs, freedom buffs, explo nerfs even actually help it out because you're more incentivized to go through rationalism instead. But at the same time, like, it's still just a weak science bonus overall. That the units are decent, but
the early science is good. The planting's kind of a meme. It's really good on the setup if you like get going and no one interacts with you. The Hwacha is, if they have really flat terrain, it can be okay, but it's not something that's like super, super oppressive. I've never seen someone use a turtle in a relevant way. So
okay, so hear me out. I killed a guy with turtle ships, and then I went to the next guy with tricks, and then I lost the game. So I guess it wasn't relevant at all. But you can still do it, right? It was a fun game.
Yeah.
That was a Giga Chad game.
I think
it was one of the Giga Chad games of that tournament for sure.
I think this is a C tier civ.
Yeah, I agree.
I would put it a lot higher, and I'm happy to prove it to you in the tournament.
All right, Alex, I'm gonna have you play it and prove it to us.
Yeah, for sure.
The civ actually does scale really well, though. Like if you can get everything online.
Yeah.
I just think people should just stop forcing City of God on it, and then everything will be all right.
Yeah.
Like if you just play City of God on like every goddamn start, then this civ will look bad. But it's not Korea's fault. I think Korea is a lot stronger.
Isn't that the point that you're supposed to be able to play City of God on any start?
Yeah, exactly. That's why you think it's a bad civ. So tell me about Lithuania.
I have never played City of God on Korea. That was one of the things that like
it's pretty fun. There's a reason people play it.
I remember every one of the Rising Stars people play it, and literally they went E on turn 70.
Dude, it's pretty fun though.
I
Very
watched
fucking
Luca
fun.
play
Maybe
it
not
once, and then he hit like 120 planes with oil, like no land chips, and I was like, why does your
That
game
sounds
suck? Like, and you got so offended. Like, it was. And then I vowed never play City of God in Korea. Oh, the one thing about Korea, it's actually a goated coastal liberty science scaling civ, but it's so hard to get there and set up, and you don't get the setup on every land. So, but anyway, uh, Lithuania.
The Civ got a pretty notable buff in that the first Great Prophet now spawns at 100 faith instead of 200 faith, which is pretty good. I don't know if it's enough to save it from F tier though. Maybe it's a C tier Civ now. I don't know.
I mean, the problem is also that the first prophet probably still sucks, right?
Also, New Deal buff is pretty real for Lithuania.
Yeah.
Yes,
You know?
probably. You do have a lot of sacred growth. It's like playing City of God without City of God, right?
The problem with New Deal on Lithuania is that like I think the sites themselves are like bugged and they don't provide adjacencies to other or like they don't get any benefit from adjacency, and I don't
They
think
don't get any benefit, yeah. They
give
still only
adjacency
have
to
the +1 of
other.
everything of what they have, but they should be giving adjacency to everything else.
Yeah.
I don't know, but there's something like that anti-synergizes with it, but overall it's still like good with New Deal if you want to meme around with that. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Do you think this is enough to save the Civ from bottom tier?
Nope. I mean, the Civ is S tier if someone gives you a really good religion that you need for your game, but I think I think we'll talk about this again when we go to Mughals, but trying to speed this up a little bit, like I think it just doesn't happen that often that you get what you want. Like, and also sorry, what I'm trying to say is that I don't think people give you religion very often in tourney games. Like,
Yeah.
but
If you can
I
get
mean, in
religion with Civ, it's
qualifiers,
good.
there is second place, right? Maybe
of
that
course,
incentivizes.
Manchu.
It,
The Civ
Unless you
is
had
getting
something else to
buffed. It's getting
say, Alex.
no, go ahead, go ahead.
What's up, Knights? The Civ's getting
I was
buffed.
gonna say, yeah, Manchu's getting buffed. It's getting its stable production back, which is pretty good. I mean, I think the Civ could be B tier now. I don't think it's A tier material though.
I think it's that high.
Yeah, I mean, the stable buff is very relevant. Like that could be a lot of early demographics that you're getting out of it. I think the Civ was like C tier before, and with the buff, it's pretty
No
notable.
unit
to be
maintenance is
B
like
tier.
also an insane amount of gold late game.
Yeah, like on all units, it's pretty much no
Well,
maintenance,
it's
right?
not. Yeah, it's mounted armor and bomber, right? So it's you still play it on like
Gunpowder on
gunpowder and then like
ranged
Sam's,
units.
right? Like,
Maybe,
Yeah, Sam's are
maybe,
gunpowder.
oh really?
maybe this is actually the only Civ where Russian players can play order on and still be like neutral gold at least. That would be insane, right? To see that in a tournament.
Yeah, I think there was some player, I don't remember who, but
I mean, Lumpin played this in semis, and
yeah,
Was he neutral gold?
no, he was
he
gold
was like
positive.
making a lot of gold
Yeah,
despite
That's
having 10 trillion railroads and units.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm fine with
I
B.
mean, the bank is good. The unit is good. The unique ability is no sim bonus, but now it has a sim bonus. I think it's B.
Seems alright.
Obviously, the Civ is really scary late game with its war bonuses and extra gold.
For sure. Moria.
I think this Civ was also in the last tournament when it got buffed, and it hasn't changed since then, right?
What do you mean?
It is changed. The envoys are somehow
Envoys
changed,
are a
but I've never used
missionary.
them.
I've never used them
Yeah.
either. I looked at what the change on the Civ was, and then I got mad that they lost the worker, and then I didn't want to play them.
Yeah. I mean, unique ability is pretty nice now though. Like there's no negative penalty on attack anymore, and you just have 20% combat bonus defending, which is pretty good.
Yeah, until armored units, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So
Just don't.
It
I
put it
still
in
mean,
stays
I
the
on
mean, I mean,
gunpowder
no,
though.
you still get it on gunpowders, but like, it's like, but you're not like. How often are you actually? The
Yeah, I mean
missionary is
it's
a
not on.
joke though. Like, I actually like it's. It so tilts me like that. This was changed, but it's what it is.
What do you think? Do you want to put it in C then?
I
You
think it's
think
C.
it's
I mean,
that much weaker?
yeah. I mean, the
I mean, obviously the monument is great, but the unit is
the
like
monument's
whatever.
great, but like, it's the whole civ. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, I can get behind it.
Here's an A tier civ. Maybe an S tier
Ooh,
civ.
A tier is brave. S tier is delusional.
This civ is phenomenal.
Civ is good. It's not like
What do you mean? It's like the best tradition civ in the game. And it's like fine on Liberty too.
I think it's really high
yeah, you can
rolling
put
and
anything on Civ. Yeah, this Civ
it's
is
really
really
high
good on Civ.
rolling in terms of something that no other Civ high rolls on. I feel like it. I look at my cap and I
Look,
don't know if that's a good Mexico cap.
you can low roll in the civ where you roll no granaries and you kind of lose the game. I will say that.
That sounds
However,
like an amazing Civ. Let's
if
put it
you
in S
roll
tier.
like 2 granaries in general, like your game's gonna be really good.
Which is most games you're gonna have at least 2 granary
Yeah,
tiles.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean the Civ is pretty freaking good. Free worker alone is really strong.
yeah.
Sure.
I think this is an A tier
Yeah.
civ. I think it is. I also like I think in tournament like so like I think in tournament scaling's better in the sense of like I think freedom and order are actually better when people are really trying to win the game. And when people
Yeah.
don't try to win the game, like they're much worse because the auto guy just slams you and he doesn't really care. Like if it's ear, it's ear. If it's not, like whatever, right? Like it's
Yeah.
it doesn't matter, right? Like so like civs that can click freedom, right? And especially civs like this where you have your hacienda and you actually like want to build your windmills are like a lot better. Like
Yeah.
this is also like why Italy's so good in tournament because not because of but because like the game
You can
goes
build
longer,
your
so
yeah.
the culture does more, right? If that makes
Yeah.
sense. So
I like the
um,
Civ. I am perfectly happy with them in A tier.
now we got Nest tier civ. Ho ho ho.
Yeah,
Oh
I mean
no,
the
the
Civ is
smiley
easily
Civ.
the best Civ we've rated so far, I think.
I agree. I actually think
Well, it
it's
might even go
probably
above this tier, low key.
this actually might be in Tibet tier,
The
but it's worse than
Civ is
Tibet. So
really good.
so how does it like? It is worse than Tibet, but is it on the same tier as Tibet?
Dude, the Civ is really good.
I used to just click this a lot. The unit's insane. I think getting a
Well,
kill. You don't think the unit's insane? I mean, the unit's
I
the
don't
worst
think
part of the
the unit is good.
The
It's
unit's the
not
worst
insane.
part of the civ.
Yeah, obviously.
Being able to get a kill without going to RD is very strong, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. This unit is pretty hard to deal with.
There is
If
nothing
you're
that counters it other than artillery mass. Oh, Landsknechts. A lot of them. But that's
I mean,
about
don't
it.
Lancers also trade pretty decently into them? I don't know.
Yeah, but it's rain. Like you're just getting like it's like the Keshik issue, right?
Also,
Like
if you hit someone with the timing, then you
The
just
yeah,
Keshik
have.
can move after attacking, right? The Grenadier cannot move.
yeah, they can.
No, they can't. They're a chariot archer. They can't cycle.
Oh, they can't cycle. Oh, okay. But they're still
What do you
insane.
mean, Smiley? Yeah, that's why Lancers are actually quite good against them, right? They are stuck.
Yeah, you shoot and get stuck.
Hmm. It's been a while since I've used this unit. I still think the
So,
unit's good. The castle's insane. Like even its 10% food, even at whatever, is like pretty good. And like your build queues are so empty because the actual insane thing about the sim is the or civ is the production bonus during what during medieval and Ren.
Medieval, you have
Yeah,
30%.
yeah,
Renaissance, 15%. Also, the castle has 3 flat signs on it. LOL.
yeah, yeah. You would build it. You would probably build it if it had either 3 flat science or 10% food. Obviously, 10% food being better. But like in a lot of games, your build queues would probably be so empty that you would just build your castles anyway. Like it's just it's a dumb civ.
E tier Civ.
You said what's your civ?
E tier.
Oh, E tier, sure.
T.
T? Is that like a T like Tibet? I'm being a fucking idiot.
yeah.
Um, Morocco. This civ sucks.
You're not a big fan, are you?
Yeah, this civ kind of sucks. If you send externals, it's a lot of yields, but
Can I put the civ in F?
the Cosmo's on guilds now. Like,
Oh, so good.
wow.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the fantasy of the Civ is quite nice, right? You have this great Petra cap that
Dude, you
gets
just
even better with the Kashka.
yeah, but you never get it, right? Like it's never good. Like
Yeah, if you lose Petra, the civ kind of sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it also fixes the traditional Petra problem with getting a late finisher with the external routes, but I feel like all the numbers just don't really come together that well.
Desert
Right? I mean,
bias sucks.
I'm
It is a lot of
fine.
yields on your external trade routes, but so is Lithuania's Sacred Groves. There are a lot of yields too. I don't know.
yeah.
Also, the unit is amazing. Full stop.
mean,
I think that's it.
Yeah, the unit is pretty good.
The
so is
unit's
Lithuania's
unit's
unit.
great. Again, in the right terrain. Like I don't
Well,
know.
10 to 5% combat bonus inside friendly territory is also definitely.
I'll
Yeah.
say the Berber cavalry is not as good of a unit as the Pesheninka. So
That's true.
look where we rated that civ.
Yeah. Honestly, like I don't know if I said it, but the best argument I have for Lithuania being in C tier is that like you just can't kill them early. Like a 40 hammer pike is just too good. I think it's F. We
Yeah.
good?
I think that's fine. I
Okay.
think that's completely fine. I think the numbers are just too
Mughals.
low.
I mean, everyone was like talking up this civ that it was going to be insane, and then I've still yet to see like an actual insane game out of them. To be honest.
Nah, when the Civ first came out, and Order was OP. Jacob and I just had like I played Piety, Mind Faith, Pilgrimage, and I spread to him, and like I think we were like land ships into labs on like in the like high one teens fighting with or like and then he went tanks and I went labs and I built some labs and I died to tanks eventually, but like it was like both of our games were just so fast. Now this was like old Order too, but like um, you can like definitely have like some truly insane games on the Civ.
Also, Mughals was nerfed after its release, right? Something about the caravanserai replacement.
I think
Was it
the
only
unique
city square?
building or the unique ability. It used to be every 4 pop,
Four
right?
now it's
Not
every 5
5
pop.
No.
I think the issue with
Yeah.
the Civ is people just the amount of the games like people just don't want to give them religion. Like they're just not like there's this like general sentiment in NQ where if like and this doesn't happen like the Rising community as much, but and it doesn't happen with Weeby players as much, but like improper assessment of like what giving someone a religion with pilgrimage or taking a religion with pilgrimage like does, because some people just like won't do it like, and I don't know why, but they're like nah, I don't want that, right? And there's also this incentive to like do things that are much slower sims to like guarantee religion even if the religion doesn't do that much for your game. um I think in competitive and like in playoff lobbies, this Civ would shine more, but I don't think it's going to shine in like qualifier lobbies. That being said, that's just the religious part of the Civ. The caravanserai replacement's insane, but I don't think it's good enough to push the Civ probably into A tier or S tier. I think this is probably a B tier Civ.
Use the cannon. The cannon looks
Canon's ass.
kind of poopy to me. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not. Like the reality is it's canon, right? Like it doesn't.
Yeah, I mean, I can.
Is it
I
cheaper
feel
to
like this
upgrade?
civ should be A tier, but
Really? I would put it in C, to be honest.
It's not C. I mean, essentially, like you got to remember that the caravanserai essentially for let's call it 66 hammers, you get essentially almost sacred sites yields in all your cities. So you get 4 gold and 3 culture, right?
yeah, that's amazing.
It's just like that building alone almost pushes it an A.
Yeah, but it's
So
also caravanserai replacement, so it doesn't really do that much as a base, right?
I mean, it doesn't matter.
Even though
Like,
caravanserais are getting buffed next patch.
like, would you build a for the cost of a amphitheater? Would you build a 4 gold 3 culture amphitheater? I would.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. So, I can put it in A or B. I don't care. I think it's like right on the line. I think it would be A in lobbies where like I can convince like I'm playing with people like Knights or Sierra or like Lucas Gervin, even like where like they're very strong players and they have the right assessment about taking religion or giving religion, right? Like I think this Civ is going to shine a lot more, but I think there are some lobbies where like people just won't. So
Also, you said it was going to be 66 hammers for the caravanserai yields. Wouldn't it be? Isn't the caravanserai base 67?
Caravanserai is a
So
base 50 yield building, no?
I'm pretty sure it's 67. So if you want to put a scout in it, it would be like 80 hammers.
Is that true?
But,
I thought it was cheaper than a market, but that's what it is in Weavy. I like might be off on the FFA costs.
I mean, I can load up and check while we go over
Okay,
the next
sure.
Civ, I guess.
I mean, it's obviously a lot worse if it's 67. I just always thought caravanserais were 50 hammer buildings. Mysore, another civ I hate. God, I'm gonna hate this fucking tourney.
Yeah, recently I played a Apo game on them with like a really low lux count. I think it was on 5 or 6 luxes on 4 cities, and I was not able to work my universities without going unhappy.
Yeah,
You really have to know when you can actually do this stuff with this civ. I
Are you
was
guys gonna
not
put the
really
Civ in D
impressed.
tier?
You think it's you think this is a B tier civ, right? Nights.
No, this is not a B tier Civ. It's like C tier maximum.
Okay. I just remember debating with you last time we did a video like this on the civ, and I was like,
Well,
it's
you wanted to
F.
put it in bottom tier, and I was
I
like,
think I want to put it in
no,
F.
it's like
Yeah.
one above bottom tier. But
Yeah. That's exactly
and
what
if you want
happened.
to put it on bottom tier now, I won't stop you.
Have you changed your opinion, or do you just like not care to fight about it?
I
All the
mean,
other civs getting worse. So
I think
this,
I'd rather play a Civ like Moria or even
Okay. Yeah.
like Brazil over it. So
I just think the liberty fear of this civ is like you're gonna hit unis and just die is like.
yeah.
yeah, yeah, you're definitely not flexible in the civ. That's for sure.
I've gotten over my thinking that like, dude, the unique building is like good and the unique unit is insane, but like I'm like caring less about unique units every single day that passes. So
Yeah. Yeah. Normandy. Knights
everyone
hates
says
the
we
civ.
underrate this.
Do you
Everyone
think?
says like
Do you think
we
the civ
underrate
is
this Civ, but
C tier? Nice is the question.
yes, I think that's where it belongs.
That makes sense to me. I don't think the civ is particularly exciting, but probably in this context it actually shines, right? Because a lot of the really good civs are not in the draft.
It has a combat bonus on it.
That's insane.
I mean, the Pedite is like a berserker, basically. It's like
Dude, the Pedite
slightly...
sucks. Like, just like discredit the Pedite. Like, I'm looking at the
Okay,
rest of
the
the
unique
civ, right?
improvement's the best part about the Civ.
Yeah.
You get a few extra demos early, and then later you get some culture on flight, which is good. But
Yeah.
that's like the main thing the Civ is doing. I don't like it that much.
But like, would you
B-tier
rather
civs
play
are
this
generally
civ
doing
or
better.
would you rather play Austria?
This Civ, obviously.
Would you rather play this civ or would you rather play Germany? Would you rather play this civ or would you rather play Israel?
Israel for sure.
Okay, so then it's in B, right? Because you said it's 1 B tier
Wow.
above and 2 below.
Well, I'm just saying some Civs in B tier don't deserve to be there.
I mean, what do you think should be lower? Like Germany and Austria?
Austria and Germany, yeah. They belong in the Normandy tier.
Okay, we'll move Germany down. I'm not gonna move what you call it down.
Austria.
Austria. Fine. We'll put it in C. I think it's probably B, but it is what it is. All right, can I put this 7 F tier?
Norway.
Yeah.
This civ sucks.
To be honest, I love Norway, but this is probably also because I always kind of high roll on the terrain. It got buffed with the temple thing changes,
That's
right?
true.
Because I don't think you want to play them on piety, and now you have cheaper temples.
That's
Yo,
But I
that's
guess-
actually like. Wait, but is this temple still 50? Because it's unique.
It's 36 now.
Okay.
It's 36. Yeah,
36, like, it's actually a good building now that you would build.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, if
56
you have-
hammers for this. Yeah, I guess it's yeah.
If you have any Tundra, obviously this is nice. but it's already just a temple with no gold maintenance, right? I guess it's less value as because you already get faith from your unique ability. But I think this it's obviously not the best coastal civ, but I don't think F tier is actually where it belongs.
I don't think the civ does anything, Alex.
I think the civ is worse than Indonesia.
I think it is too.
I'd rather play Indonesia.
I would
you guys
too.
are trolling.
No.
You guys are trolling.
No, it doesn't do any. Like, it gets you a religion. Like, that's the whole civ. Like, and it's not even a
How
free
is that
religion.
not good? What does Jerusalem do?
Indonesia also gets your religion.
Yeah,
and
like-
free happiness.
You're trolling. You're just trolling. Now,
I
think
guess
this
it is
needs to
better
be
than the
okay.
other F tier civs of Lithuania, which literally doesn't give you a religion.
Yeah,
I
I
put
mean,
it
I
over
think.
Lithuania.
I
do we
think
need
Norway
do we
needs
need our
to be
own
higher.
Lithuania tier?
No.
No,
Lithuania is
it's-
better than like Morocco.
I think
I
Lithuania
think
is
it
the best. It's just an F tier, but not Norway. Norway is obviously C. But you guys are trolling anyway. so-
Okay, well, I think we're gonna keep on trolling because no way.
we
Phoenicia.
gotta keep up the bit.
I think Phoenicia is it's one of the two best coastals in this draft. Do the coastals go in S tier or do they go in A because coastal sucks?
Yo, I think this is a T tier civ. Not gonna lie.
Okay, you're trolling.
This is the best coastal civ in the draft. This is better than Tonga.
Better than Tonga. Oh.
It's
I mean, the stats that Tonga likes and the stats that Phoenicia likes don't really look the same, I feel.
like
Tonga can definitely high roll.
the
a lot
trade
higher than
harbor
Phoenicia.
is really good.
It is.
You
But
can
actually building
ignore
harbors
everything
without
about this civ
exploration.
except its unique ability, and it's amazing.
The unique ability is good. I think it's an S tier civ. I don't think it's a T tier civ.
Alright, sure.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What do you do with this?
Oh, by the way, update. We were both wrong on the cost of a caravansary. It costs actually 60 hammers.
Oh, weird.
That's insane.
I knew it was less than a
The whole-
market, or like I had a strong inclination it was less than a market.
The only building in the game with a hammer cost of 60.
Did they give a horse now in FFA or no?
Yeah.
They give 2
Yeah.
horses now.
They're gonna give 2
and
horses next
13.
patch.
Next, but not in the not right now.
They give 1
No.
horse right now.
Okay, gotcha.
That's the reason why CS started to building knights all of a sudden.
And chariots.
Wait, is it really?
And chariots. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because they had a.
Because they were
That's
capped. That's funny.
But in 13, it's also removed that they actually give their strategic resources that they get from buildings. So caravanseries and recycling centers.
In or Polynesia.
I love Polynesia. I think
You can
it's
love
great
it.
to be flexible of culture. I think the unique unit is. I have no idea why this was changed and it was still kept at this. I don't like the fact that they are so heavily inclined to settle islands. And they're really unique, right? It's just that they definitely also really depend on having.
You're being
land.
too nice to the Civ, Alex. The Civ sucks,
Yeah.
but it's fun to play.
This,
Like
yeah, that's
that's-
what I'm trying to say. It's the conclusion is it's still not super strong, but it's obviously not as strong as Norway. But also, I don't think it's F tier.
I actually agree with that. I think this is not as strong as Norway, so it should go below Norway.
Oh no.
It can make a lot of culture, but the culture comes at a cost, and the cost is like a lot of demos
Demos.
and anything else that makes you a good civ.
Yeah, but also you need quite a bit of culture to actually go into freedom, and you want to be freedom this patch. Let me tell you.
You want to be freedom. I think coastal order is still good because coast likes going to space.
For sure. Well, freedom also likes going to space, but yeah, I don't think it's that bad. I think it's completely playable, and I think it's a fine thing, and it's a different thing on the coast.
Scotland.
So Scotland is also being changed. It has 2 prot science and culture right now, and will have 3 from Whiter Skilled, Archer Skilled, and Musician Skilled, which actually seems really, really good.
Yeah.
That is quite a lot of demos on these buildings.
I actually think this Civ is B tier.
Yeah.
This
If you
is-
can get a the unique unit on the civ is interesting because you actually can kind of just force a kill on someone, which I don't think you can say from unique units like the Grenadian Cavalry um,
I agree.
or like a Berserker.
Not a berserker, but I do think you can say on the Camar elephant.
Yeah, I mean, the Gallowglass is pretty insane and requires your opponent to have forwarded muskets to
I think there
hit
are
about
only forwarded, unfortified, right? Muskets.
yeah, something like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think there's. It actually looks like there's 3 civs on this list that the units are strong enough and oppressive enough that you should get a free kill with them. And that is Ship of the Line, the Khmer Elephant, and the Gallowglass. And I think that's all of them.
I don't know if the Gallowglass is on the same tier as those, to be honest, because you actually can like defend and stall this unit since it can't cycle. But I don't know. We're getting in the weeds. The unit is good, but
Yeah, I think the Civ is B
the
tier.
more important part is the Kaylee Hall and the UA.
The UA is solid. The Kaylee Hall is good. Like it's an opera, but
It's a
it's
lot
good.
of happiness.
Yeah, it's a lot of happiness. It's also like if you play lib aesthetics, right? Like or like wide aesthetics builds, like a lot of times the issue with playing these builds is A, you don't finish aesthetics very quickly, and B, you don't have happiness, and C, or you don't have happiness because your secondary doesn't do anything, and you don't have happiness because you're not going zoos, right? So, um,
Yep.
mitigating both of those things, like A, helping you like push actually aesthetics with the extra culture on it, and having the happiness on it, and then also like you're gonna you're gonna put all your guilds in your cap because you have the generation, and so you actually get a lot of great people, and especially with aesthetics, like this is a really good like sim like wide aesthetics or even tall aesthetics tree. Um,
Yeah. I mean,
it,
I think aesthetics is more clickable than ever this patch, given
I
like
agree. I totally agree. Like
things
the,
like honor and piety getting nerfed and liturgical being buffed.
I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm looking at the Civ now, and it's looking better and better. Like it's looking
Yeah,
like
my
something that
hot
I would
take is that
excited.
this Civ can easily be an A tier Civ.
I'm not. I haven't played it recently enough to put it in A tier and like be
Like
super confident, but I think this is.
I think I would probably pick this over like every Civ in B tier, to be honest. And it's pretty comparable. Like I would
Fuck.
be like debating whether I'd pick this or like Italy, for example, or Mughals. You know, the Civ is pretty
Mm,
good. Like +1+1+1 doesn't sound like a lot, but in your capital, like +1 base science is not nothing. I don't know.
I'm probably picking. Like I think that's a good point because I'm probably clicking every Civ in A tier over this tier. Maybe not Hungary, but I'm probably clicking this over every single B tier Civ. I might click Ireland over this
I
Civ,
think
honestly.
A tier might be optimistic. B tier is probably safer.
Yeah. I might
Like,
click Ireland over this Civ, and I might click England if I'm in coastal mood. But
but I
God,
would
I'm gonna be not gonna be excited for these fucking drafts, dude. Like it's gonna be miserable.
I think there are a lot of exciting stuff that are just too weak usually, and no, they're not. I think Scotland definitely belongs into B,
I
by the
think
way.
Scotland has potential to be really good, but I want to
Yeah.
play it after the change.
Yeah,
We'll
me
see.
too. That's the other thing. These changes aren't out, so that like when we're talking about these changes pretty broadly because there's no games that have been played on these patches. So some of these meta
We don't even know
changes.
if they're actually going to come.
Yeah, exactly. So some of these meta changes and some of these things we hope will be live for tournament, but we're unsure. So we're talking about it as if they will be live, but they might be in the future. Siam.
This is the most boring as Civ ever.
The
Dude,
Civ
I think this is an
technically
honor
got
civ.
buffed. Okay, you're trolling.
Yeah, did you hear Luca yell at me in that game?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, obviously. Like, what the fuck are you doing, dude?
The land was so bad. Like I had to force something.
You just
This
wanted
guy
to
sees
get
city
out, I
state
think.
near him and is like, yum. Bro, they're your friends.
Yeah. I mean, I was gonna have a mid trad game or like a pretty shitty piety game. Like I don't know, force something out of it. Made a
I
play.
mean, I think like the Civ did get buffed. It gets more happiness and units compared to before, but
Also,
Yo,
there's probably less
this
honor
civ
players.
might be B tier.
I don't think they're that good. I would say C tier.
I said might, okay? Yeah,
Good point. Let's put it as C
this
tier.
civ is probably C tier.
It's pretty underwhelming. The unique ability has potential to go hard.
I mean
Like,
the uni's good, right?
yeah, the uni is good. That's very true.
The elephants, like,
The elephant's very whatever. Like,
yeah.
I've attacked someone with them, and they're pretty strong, but it's also kind of annoying that they only have 3 movement. I don't know.
I attacked Borrow with them, kind of. They were underwhelming.
Yeah.
It's another civ I don't know how to rank.
I think the Civ is A tier, but I don't know if you guys feel the Civ is good or not.
The civ is good. I
also.
just don't know how comfortable I am playing them in the most toxic way possible in tourney.
Which is piety and gift all your profits away.
Yep.
Stealing CS with them, probably, with the 100.
Sometimes even gift your first writer away.
Is the unit real? I've only seen it kill noobs.
It's like it's a good unit for when you get it, but it's not really something you want to attack someone with.
Mm-hmm.
Like a 3 movement March musket is great for defense,
Yeah.
but like if you're having like this Civ is not if they have their muskets, you don't really want to attack into them. But
Yeah.
it's not that good of a unit.
I mean, even if you don't play this in the super toxic piety way where you gift all your profits to city states, you also can just like build a musicians guild and gift like your musicians.
Yeah.
And like also even like gifting your first writer to like a culture city state is like not that bad.
It can be good for your game. That's
Yeah.
happiness and culture.
Well, like just the culture ROI is probably like positive.
And 200 gold is nothing. Not nothing either.
Yeah.
I think this Civ is good.
Yeah.
Also, just 20% faster great person generation in all cities is
The
already
main
a nice
tower is a
baseline.
pretty freaking good wonder.
Yeah.
But Austria is C tier. Anyway.
Yeah.
Switzerland.
You're right. Did this Civ get changed since last tourney? I don't think so.
No.
I mean, the merchant slots are good tiles, but that's not that great for a unique ability. The ski resorts are stadiums that you can actually build. Not that that's that amazing. Like,
Is
the
tourism
armory,
playable enough that we can put this Civ in C tier?
well, I think Brazil is just probably flat out a better Civ than this, whether you're tourism or not.
Yeah, but this has like other bonuses.
Yeah, I mean the merchant slots are good. The armory can give you a very strong timing attack, especially if you're honor.
Also, there are quite a lot of mountains on the map, right? If you want to attack into Switzerland, it can get pretty ugly with the really strange bonus
That's
that the Reisläufer post
that's
gives you.
true, but don't think that's a very notable bonus in my opinion.
I think this is a F tier Civ, but I'm like trying to put it in C.
I don't know. It's like decent. It's definitely not good though.
Clicking Morocco over this Civ, unfortunately.
It might be F tier, but it has like a bunch of weird things going for it that maybe it's better than F tier.
No, I definitely think it's better than F tier. You guys are trolling.
Yeah, like you usually want to be working a merchant slots in at least one city. This Civ makes you want to work them in like every city.
Like you can click commerce on them, right? And then you just work all of your merchant slots. That's quite a bit of yields.
Yeah, and if you're like secularism or freedom, that's even more yields.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's not no bonuses.
Guys, we're coping so hard. The bonuses are so late.
The armories make the Civ really hard to kill, and also like you have a strong timing attack. I don't know.
It's definitely C. You're just trolling, guys. You're just
It's
trolling.
probably. I don't
It's
know.
I think
It's C or F. It's C or F. I can't.
it's
I can't
really
decide.
fringe. I'm fine to put it in C because Alex wants it in C. I don't care
Thank you,
enough to
thank you,
not.
thank you.
Yeah. The first one you won. Oh look, where is it? It's time. Woohoo!
Yeah, Civ
They
is still
tried to
insane,
nerf the
unfortunately.
Civ and they didn't, and they failed.
Well, the
So
Civ is nerfed. Let's be clear. The Civ is nerfed.
sure, but they didn't nerf it effectively.
Civ is still very strong. Yes.
I feel like the nerf was also really effective. Just also it's a more healthy way to play them now,
I mean, yeah,
right?
for
Like
sure, it's more healthy now. Like,
Yeah.
you're not playing OCC anymore, which is
Yeah.
good for the game. But the Civ is still really, really strong.
Tonga.
I think this is the best coastal in the draft for sure.
I think it's S tier for sure. I love the Civ. This is probably my favorite Civ in the draft.
I mean, I can see.
And maybe not.
I'm surprised you guys think it's better than Phoenicia, but I can definitely see it. Like the Civ, if you high roll, is better than Phoenicia for sure.
I didn't say it's better
Yeah,
than
I think
Phoenicia. I said it's my
definitely-
favorite Civ in the draft.
Well, Alex said it was the best coastal Civ.
No, I mean, like high roll. Like, there's so many. So, the really cool thing about Tonga is there's so many ways to high roll. You can just get the goated Tonga land, where you settle all the Tonga cities and you see everything. You can also get the flat CS. And the flat CS with the archers is just insane. Like opening just scout archers here and then just like rushing a CS is really good for your game. I've done that a few times. And then you can play honor on them or whatever. You can even like take the CS and play Liberty. Like it doesn't matter. The other thing is that like even if you get Tonga cities and play trad on the right land, it's still really good, right? Like the Civ is it's just really really strong.
Yeah,
and they're really flexible.
Definitely the biggest bonus is the granary, which is so good if you just grief your city for it.
Yeah.
There are also cities that actually want to be settled with 3 adjacent coastal towns.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can.
I mean, and the cool things with the I know this is like doesn't happen all the time, but it happens a lot more than you think. Is you can also sell Tonga cities inland on lakes if you ever get like a city where like around touching 3 lake tiles, or an island which is touching 2 coastals in a lake. Like, you actually get like there are more Tonga cities than just like you think sometimes, which are kind of cool. But I think the Civ's awesome. Tunisia.
I'm
like
still
that.
underwhelmed by the Civ. I've played it like a couple times now, and both times it's just like Civ's not really doing much for me.
Subbed was fucking John up with the unit, the Zebek.
Yeah.
With the capture. I don't know why this is in the mod. I'm gonna be really honest. Like I think the frigate timing here is very strong. I mean, he eared out.
Yeah, the unit is pretty dumb, but I don't like the unique ability. The castle is like pretty forgettable. Like it's good, but it's not that good, you know?
I didn't even realize it had a castle if I was. I forgot about it. So
I think the castle is actually quite noticeable with like if you get Neuschwanstein, it's insane because you already have your castles built. Then you have the 4 Golden Age points, which will definitely help you to grieve less for the Golden Age after your policy, like after your ideology. I mean,
I completely agree, but like every unique castle is insane with Neusch, and Neusch just by itself is really good.
Yeah. How good
it's definitely
is cheaper is caravans that do cargoes? Essentially, is the question.
Not that
You're
good.
talking about the Coombs. I last game I played with them, I just forgot them, and I was just sending trade routes. I feel like it really does well with the combining inland and coastal theme. I think that's just amazing. And the castle also gives you faith, right? So you can get greedier with your rel, and then you build your castles really, really quickly in medieval, and then you just, I don't know, you can get a building or something.
Yeah, you're right. Also, building castles, which you want to build, makes you harder to attack, which is pretty real.
Yeah, you can still get defender, as I've noticed by this Nytesdawn.
It is good on commerce because you can send trade routes out with caravans, actually, and they're good.
So C? Or so B?
I think they have a lot of stuff going for them, but in the end, all my Tunisia games were just mediocre, so I guess C is actually more
For
fair.
me, it's like I'm trying to rationalize not putting them in F. You know?
Oh my God.
No,
They're
they're
not
definitely
that
not
bad.
F. I think they're B or C. It's not the
I'll
best
put them.
coastal
I think they're
cities.
probably a B tier step. I think we're underrating the tempo, but of the caravans. But
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
fine.
just think about your granary start on the coast where you go like settler, cargo, settler, but instead you go for a caravan, right?
Well, it sounds like both of you guys want to put them in B. I'm the one who wants to put them in
I
C.
want to put them in S, but they're just not good enough.
What? All right, we're gonna put them in C and move on.
Sure.
UAE.
We're all over the place now. What the hell?
What do you mean?
They're
I
also
think
really fun to play, but I feel like they're not good, right?
I think this is an F tier civ.
this is unfortunately F tier. Yeah.
They are really pigeonholed into some tall thingy where you get some wonders, and then
The benefits are real and only real. This is a win more civ because the benefits are real and very real if you're already winning, and that's when they do something, and they don't do anything if you're not.
I realize we've ranked every coastal civ by now, and I feel like out of the F tier civs, probably the best one is either Indo or Norway.
obviously Norway, but also Indonesia. Like I've played quite a bunch of all the F tier coastal civs, and I think they're all completely reasonable civs.
Well, even if
But
they're
probably
reasonable,
UAE
I'd be okay bumping
they're the worst
Norway up,
civs.
and then
Finally,
maybe like bumping Tunisia up to B tier just to fix the spread of coastals because we have like 4 in F tier.
We can bump Tunisia up, but I don't think we should bump the rest up. I'm not picking coastals this
So
tourney.
right now we have 1 in C and 4 in F.
Yep. No, I bumped Tunisia up. I'm fine with
Yeah.
4 and F. The ones in F suck,
Okay,
dude.
yeah. I guess
The-
Korea is definitely better than all 4 of the F tier.
It is. It is. It is. Ukraine.
I think the civ is 8. I think Ukraine's A tier. Civ just has like a lot of really good stuff.
I don't know
Free
that it's A
food.
tier, but I'm definitely picking it up over all of the B tier civs. Does that make sense? Like I
I'm
know
picking
that.
this. I'm picking this over like Italy even.
Oh wow.
Mughals. The
Okay.
civ is really good. I'm picking this over Arabia. The civ is really good. You have a lot of free food and gold.
Yeah, the market's real. I mean, the food and gold are real. The Shashanka's not, right?
Chunk is like
Whatever.
pretty whatever. It's
Yeah.
pretty. Like you
I
can
think
kill
it's fine.
someone who has literally nothing,
Yeah.
which it's like a camel archer in that way. It can defend artillery actually. That's kind of real.
Is Yugo B tier?
I think Hugo is A tier. It is an aesthetic civ, right? It is an aesthetic civ, and it's the best time to pick it.
Guys, Yugoslavia is like C tier maximum. Come on.
I think it's maximum C tier, but I'm gonna be fully honest with you. If I don't roll like an A tier civ in my draft and I roll Yugo, I'm probably clicking Yugo. Like.
Waste.
Smiley, remember when you were doing that single player practice game and you were like, "Is this a bug? I have to pick 2 ideology tenets." Like, when am I gonna free policy? It's like,
I just, if I'm really honest, I played so much single player Yu-Gi-Oh! Like when I was learning the mod, I just assume the Civ doesn't do anything. I mean, is the M884? It looks good. I've never used it.
I've never used it.
Do you want to know what the description is on the doc? Places tanks, ignore zone of control movement penalties. Uh-oh. Did you put that in there, Alex?
No, that was already
it's
in when
always
I
been
got
there.
the permission.
That's funny.
Right? Permissions
Okay.
to change.
If you're aesthetics, Spalmanics are pretty insane. Otherwise, they're like
I mean, you would
really hard to build.
They're hard to build. I agree.
You'll build one in your capital and maybe in like a big city as well. I don't know. Unique ability is great when you get ideology, but
The +1
Yeah.
gold from which is the best to be?
freedom.
Freedom.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess 15% production towards land units is insane. Oh my god, the order one is like.
Yeah, you don't want to be order with that Yugoslavia.
Yeah. This civ's insane.
That's what I'm saying.
It doesn't do anything, but it's insane.
The ability is good. It's true.
Oh my god.
I think it's still the case that your free ideology tenet is not really free because it increased culture cost for the next one, right?
I don't know. I don't.
That's really unfortunate if it's still the case. Please fix. And these, like, Yugoslavia is the most stable civ, right? There's really not a lot of low or high rolling with the civ itself.
Dude,
I mean, I don't think that's true.
I don't know if that's.
I don't think that's true at all.
You get your bonuses because of your clicks, not because of your terrain or anything.
Anyway.
I like that there's obviously A might be a bit too high, but I think B is
The
completely
civ
fine.
scales pretty well. And it can found a religion, so I think.
And it can found a religion.
Not all of FGS civ can actually found a religion.
What do you think of Vatican?
Yo, this civ, like, low key might be not bad now.
Because a new deal.
They get a profit on the thingy, is it?
No, okay.
They always got
because
those?
of so they got a buff where they get faith on kills, which is definitely not nothing. Like faith on kills it can be a lot of yields later on in the game, but the main thing that I like about it is that piety got buffed, and this is a piety forcing civ.
I think it's C tier.
Yeah, I mean, I like whether you're playing Apo or Cog or even indulgences, like getting a free profit is a nice bonus when you build your GT and a cathedral as well.
Yeah,
Two delegates in World Congress is a win condition. Swiss guards are like super forgettable. They can help you defend RD, I guess, but
you also can play piety and die to your neighbor.
for sure. I mean, I would put it in C tier, I think.
I think it's C tier.
It's pretty. Like, the bonuses are good for piety, but it's still piety forcing.
Zimbabwe.
Normally, I think Zimbabwe is, like, pretty overrated, but I guess relative to the other civs in this draft, it's probably just an A tier civ. It's good.
It's gotta be A tier, right?
A tier, really? I feel like it's so forgettable. I don't know.
It is pretty forgettable. I don't like this civ that much. I think it's overrated, but the unique ability is just so good.
The unique ability is good and the stonemason's good. And then the warrior can be a lot of tempo.
Yeah, the unique ability accelerates your early game so much. The warrior can help you get tributes, especially if you play honor, you get more, which is really nice. The stonemason is like, it's like a slight bonus. It's pretty good.
I think the stonemason's good.
Yeah, it's definitely like, it's definitely a buff, but yeah, I mean, I think the civ is good. Just the early game acceleration is really nice. I'd put it in A tier.
It's a tempo civ, which like is really tall leaning, and like the military units out of cap is like the production scales incredibly hard. So, Vietnam.
This is like the opposite of Yugoslavia. It's really inconsistent, but I guess it actually gets bonuses a lot sooner than Industrious.
No, and then it has the best scaling unit in the game.
Scaling unit?
It'd still be called Viet Cong in the docs. It's not called Viet Cong in the game anymore, is it?
It's like Dong Chan infantry or something.
Well, the infantry replacement's insane.
It is a really strong unit.
Like
true.
it's better than the Brazil one for sure.
It's definitely better than the Pressina. Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're.
I think the civ is really good, by the way.
I think the civ's insane.
I would put them like top of A tier, low key.
I was thinking about maybe S.
I think they could go there, but like if you don't high roll on the civ, they're pretty bad. So
I mean, if you don't high roll on civ, you're playing a vanilla civ, like you're playing a nothing civ, right?
Yeah, it's really bad if you don't hit
yeah.
jungle or marsh. But if you
I
hit
feel
jungle
like they're
or marsh,
really
they're
good.
best civ in the game.
Yeah, I feel like they're really good if you host, and if you play a 6, then you don't want to pick them because you're less likely to actually get suitable terrain.
Is that how it works?
I think that is how it works, yeah.
Was Turkey changed?
Turkey was changed. They get
Yeah.
gold now also from the great works and from the buildings.
Yeah, I think that combined with aesthetics being better, as we talked about before, makes the Civ like very solid now. Actually, but not maybe very solid is an exaggeration, but it's like pretty good now. I think.
Also, the gold from it scales, for example, with economic union, right?
Yeah,
So
black
it's
gold.
probably
It was like
Dude,
coin.
how much
Yeah.
fucking freedom are we gonna see this meta, like this tourney?
It's hard to say. I mean, I think freedom is good, but
I think
it's
freedom's
still
pretty solid, but there's also so many freedom civs. Like,
it's still hard to like actually win a game on freedom.
yeah.
You know, like it's way less straightforward than order and autocracy. So it's hard to say if freedom will actually be meta, but
I agree. I agree.
then again, you don't need a win condition in tourney, so
Is that true? Interesting.
having a win condition can sometimes be a bad thing.
Occasionally.
Anyways, the Civ has a pretty good unit. The Great War Infantry has 3 movement and 50% combat bonus when attacking, and it upgrades to infantry for 0 gold. So you can like get a pretty sick. It's like a budget Viet Cong timing attack on someone, and it's like not bad. The public school is like small bonus, similar to like a Watt, and unique ability is definitely the main part where you have cheaper production towards all the culture buildings and they give you good payoffs. And then later on, when you get archaeologists, you get even more production science and gold. So it ends up being a lot of yields in the long run. So I don't know. I would be pretty happy playing the Civ, to be honest.
Yeah, it's at least B tier. Also, it's easier to actually squeeze in the archaeologist into your build queue because you actually get demos for it, right? That's the
Yeah.
part I like.
I think it's B.
I think B is fair. Like you can't. It's not always feasible to play aesthetics, even though you really want to on the Civ.
But you can still build your culture buildings without it, right? It's not impossible to get opera houses on white Turkey.
I think actually you're probably just always forcing aesthetics on the Civ. It's probably just too good.
Yeah. Palmyra.
I miss Jeb.
You guys probably like the Civ way
Wait,
more than I do.
I don't, because it's not a coastal civ.
I played the Civ yesterday or 2 days ago, and I had a miserable experience.
I bet you were also two
What
cities.
happened?
You played 2 cities.
I played 2 city trad. It was not very good.
Okay. Yeah. It must be the Civ's fault.
I actually spawned with like actually no room, and then I spawned in like this funny peninsula. Like I spawned with no 2 food tile in my first ring, on all hills, like only with sheep. So I had to move a tile into one, and then I completely low rolled on land, and so I went scout settler, and then I GL'd into Petra, and then nothing was just like everything was way lower than I thought. It was slower than I thought it was going to be. But it was not the Civ's fault. It was the spawn's fault. I think the Civ is A tier. Knights would probably say it's B tier. Alex, what do you think?
I mean, it also has a hard time low rolling, right? It's just, you can pretty much just put cities everywhere and you'll be fine on food.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
I mean, it is a lot of extra food in some of your cities, but
It's a lot of food. It's
that is like
the
all the
ability to
Civ
build a
kinda does.
watermill. Well, it's a watermill in every city too. The watermills are good. It's a garden in every city too. So you're kind of set up to scale no matter what. The unique unit
Yeah, I
sucks.
mean, yeah, all the other bonuses are pretty early though, right? I feel like the gardens
Wait,
are
Civ
the
has
only thing
desert
that-
bias?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
I guess it's fine for the Palmyrene theater, but still yuck.
I think the Civ is A. If you guys want to put it in B, We've been at this for a while. I'm not going to argue.
Yeah, I
It's
feel
up
like
to you,
B
Alex.
would be more fair. I think it's B.
Yeah, I'm leaning like B, maybe even C.
Palmyra and Turkey in the same civ feels off to me, but we're going to go from there.
Turkey's buffed, what can we say?
Turkey,
Is there anything we
Turkey
want
might be insane.
Is there anything
Well,
we
the
want
one
to
thing-
change?
Let's bump India down. Thoughts?
India down. Usually in these tier lists, there's like 1 or 2 F tier civs, and we just like put half of the list into F tier. I don't know. I mean, I would definitely change India with Norway. What do you think, Knights?
I'm
No
down for that,
way.
actually.
Oh my
That's
god.
cool. Yeah, that's a good trade.
Guys, Norway doesn't do anything. Like-
Norway
Norway
does more
has
than
one
India.
face on tiles you want to work.
Yeah, but you don't want to
India
work them
gives you
early.
more
Like you don't even
unhappiness.
you don't want to work them for settlers. Like it's so bad. Like
Here's the cold, harsh reality, Smiley. You are working these while making settlers.
I know it's bad. Like I'm aware.
You're working your 2 food, 1 gold tile. One food tile while making
Dude,
settlers.
I'm rushing sailing and hoping I'm on whales, so at least I get the hammer.
And then you can click boat hammers for scepter protection. That's insane.
No.
No, for you guys, Norway is just better than you guys think, but that's okay. You can be wrong on that one.
I'm actually happy putting Norway in C tier, even if we don't move India down.
I also have no idea why Bolivia is in S tier, but I guess it's too late to argue now.
Bolivia is actually good.
Bolivia's
I saw a
insane.
screenshot. Okay, I'm happy to see that. I saw a screenshot of Lucas, who was on like 100 happiness, and his unique unit was like 90 strength or something, and hitting like a tank. I hope I see that again in the tournament. That would be funny.
It's funny, some of these civs, like, especially this kind of crop of civs, I don't play all of them all that frequently, and sometimes like I go back and like look at like what everything the civ does, and you're like, wow, that's like, and sometimes it's like meta changes, or sometimes it's like style of plays and things that are buffed, right? And then you go back and you look at a civ and you're like, why are people not spamming this? This is insane. Like I feel like Tibet kind of had that effect where like Tibet got nerfed,
Yeah.
and then people were like, oh, well, it sucks now because it's not what it used to be. And then people realized, oh my god, this civ's insane. And then went from there. Also, the nerf was such a soft nerf, right? You just get the yields in the first 2 cities you found with the profits.
First 1 city.
First one
Just
city.
one, right?
Yeah, so you're
But
only planting 1
Also the
city.
capital.
But also, the monastery gets a culture at acoustics now, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty crazy.
You were already spamming those monasteries everywhere.
Yeah, I mean, you just put them on every tile. Maybe not on freshwater farms. The city needs to grow.
All right. Any other closing thoughts?
None.
I actually like this tourney civ pool. It looks like they're not like that many super outlier civs, and I think it's gonna be fun playing with this pool of civs.
I think it's going to be interesting. I think it's going to be a lot more fun than other tourneys. So I'm excited to see it happen and it work.
Also, we finally got the balance adjustments for the pool. I think this is the first time we actually had those, and I'm really excited for them.
What do you mean balance adjustments for the pool?
That was the original idea when we did not play with all of the civs in the pool anymore, but then we never actually got balance adjustments for the specific tourney pool, right?
They did a couple times. Or they specifically put... Yeah, no, they did, like, because with the Russia change, whenever they did, like, the Russia change and, like, that patch, they put all of those civs in the tourney pool.
Yeah, okay,
so-
that makes sense.
All right. Well, we'll end it here.